A lot of INTPs on YouTube and online in general seem to be like complaining about social anxiety or something. One way to fix that problem is, I think, to increase your FE and also SI, because SI is what makes you able to refer back to past experiences and be comfortable knowing that you were able to do like a similar situation that you see now that you've done before. You can refer back to a plethora of past experiences. Anyway, since INTPs have FE, they have it's existent in them. Since they have FE in social situations, they're going to see things like what's appropriate and not appropriate in particular contexts. They're going to have cognitive empathy, which means that they're going to understand why somebody feels a certain way, and they're going to understand like what makes their emotions fluctuate. But the thing is, FE is their last function, so in some ways they might be like awkward at using their FE, at wielding it. FE is, I guess, said to be responsible for like if you get really expressive in your expressions, and with INTPs, I guess like if the FE is underdeveloped, that is either going to be all or nothing, like 100 or 0. 100 or 0. I don't know, I didn't do 100, but anyway. If INTP has underdeveloped FE and SI, I think it takes them longer to get comfortable opening up in a social situation. Like if you take an INTP who has those underdeveloped functions and you put them in a social context, they're going to take a longer amount of time to like process all the social information going on in that particular scenario. Eventually they probably will like just get comfortable opening up, but it's going to take them quite a long time, maybe. But if they have more FE, that means they're going to have a faster processing speed of processing all that information. And with more SI, it's going to mean that there's just going to be less information to have to process. There's your analogy. FE is really good at negotiating, like creating win-win situations. If you have enough FE, you can kind of see people's values, and you can calculate and create fairness that's tailored to both the individual and yourself. Now, I know that sometimes people who have FI think that that is manipulative because, like, I guess they might fall victim to that sometimes, but the thing is, with power comes responsibility. So do what you will with that and face whatever you get yourself into. I don't know. So anyway, how do you increase FE? Well, I think a good way to do it is basically to hang out with people who have more FE than you do, like FJ types. I've seen a number of INTPs who have like INFJ partners. They seem to get along pretty well. They seem to work pretty well. Personally, I've been in kind of a relationship for a long time for a while with an ISFJ. I think in theory that's really healthy because we have the exact same functions but just in different orders. As INTP, I'm TINE SIFE, and ISFJ, she's SIFE TINE. So we're each stronger at each other's bottom half. My top is her bottom, and vice versa. So when we interact, we excite each other's lower half. Essentially, it's 69ing all the time, which is awesome. I think it's really healthy because we work out each other's less developed functions. And we just grow and develop and 69 all the time and develop and grow into mature individuals. And other FE people, EFJs, if you can handle them, are like they're good. They're a good quick workout. They'll get like your FE chops up pretty quick. Like kind of recently, an ESFJ came over and they talked all the time, just like bursts of FE like in your face constantly. And it was pretty tiring for me to keep up with that. But it felt like doing a ton of social etiquette push-ups. So that's you can do that if you want. I guess ETPs have enough FE. Like I've had an ENTP friend, and since we're both NTP types, like our ways of thinking and perceiving the world can be pretty similar. But as an extrovert, he's just more like naturally outgoing. He's more naturally outgoing, so yeah, he's gonna do more things with people. But since we're similar, I can kind of like look at how he's doing things, and I can be like, I see how he's doing that, and I can see like how to do that. I guess like it can be like a kind of helpful pathway to develop some new skills. Um, I guess for anybody to strengthen your feeling, just like go through experiences which make you feel a lot and have to make decisions and force you to decide on having values. Also, I organized a few parties, and those are pretty interesting. They were the kind of thing where I sent out like mass invites, and people who showed up they're either going to be like your best friends or random people from school 4 years ago. And it was interesting. It was like a surprise in the box, and to see who'd show up. And I found it kind of fascinating to see how people might interact. And I sometimes have like SI nostalgia about those particular combinations of people. True story. So if you know other ways to like work on your FE or SI or any functions, or if you want to comment on my ninja mask or whatever you want to do, then comment.